Hello and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to give you a small demo of the remote GPIO feature of the Calypso Wi-Fi module. With the introduction of the new firmware version 2.0, the Calypso Wi-Fi modules enable control of 4 of the general purpose pins remotely over the Wi-Fi network. These pins can be configured either as input or output, and additionally 2 of the 4 pins can be configured in the pulse width modulation mode. The pin configuration can be saved into the flash memory so that the module retains its status even after a reboot. The configuration and control of all the GPIOs can be performed using the web interface. For our demo today, I have a Calypso evaluation board connected to a small LED board. The Calypso Wi-Fi module itself is configured to connect to an existing access point. I connect my laptop to the same access point and access the web pages on board the Calypso Wi-Fi module. By sending a HTTP GET request onto the GPIO API with ID equal to 0, I can get the current status of GPIO 0. And similarly, I can use an HTTP POST request on ID 0 to configure and control the GPIO pin 0 on the Calypso Wi-Fi module. Let me switch to the live demo mode. First, I open my browser and connect to the Calypso Wi-Fi module's HTTP server that is present on the IP address 192.168.178.45 and open the GPIO.html tab. On the hardware end, I have cabled up like the 3 of the GPIOs onto the LED board. Here the blue cable indicates GPIO 0, the purple one is GPIO 1, and orange one is GPIO 2. Let me begin by configuring GPIO 0 as output. I can also save this configuration and set it to output high. You can see the green LED glowing here indicates that the GPIO pin 0 has been set to high. Let me switch off the LED. As you see, the LED is now off. Now let me consider the purple cable. This is the GPIO 1. I want to configure this as input with no pull. The configuration is successful. Now let me read the real-time or the runtime value of the GPIO ID 1. As you can see, the module is configured as input with no pull and the input value currently is low. On the hardware end, I'll connect this pin now to VCC and perform another get. As you see, now the value has changed to high. Finally, I would like to configure the GPIO 2, which is this orange cable, as a pulse width modulation pin. Let me consider the ratio of, let's say, 60% and a period of 200 milliseconds. Clicking on post, you should see the LED pulsing with the corresponding duty cycle. Maybe I should change the duty cycle to 20%. You can see the pulse width modulation has changed to 20%. This brings me to the end of our live demo today. You can find more information about the product itself on our web page we-online.com. You can also find a lot of good tips and tricks for using the remote GPIO feature in our app note ANR029. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.